HealthSouth was founded in 1984 by Richard Scrushy. Formerly named Amcare Inc., the company changed their name in 1985. The company was very successful, but this was not enough for the top management, who committed the now famous fraud over a number of years. In this video, we will be interviewing 4 of the main people involved in the incident, getting their views on the case and how it played out for them. Barbara Patton was the person who created the payables control system, which the fraudsters used to enter in the false transactions. She was very proud of the system she had created and was unaware that these illegal actions were going on right under her nose.
I work for HealthSouth as the Vice President of Accounts Payable. I was shocked when I found out that the fraud was going on, especially in my department. This is because I had done my job properly, and the reason why I didn't spot the fraud was because they managed to get around my control systems. I did everything I was meant to do and more. This is a very unfortunate situation. I'm sure if anyone else was in my position, they would have done the same thing, as it was a difficult fraud to detect. In hindsight, I investigated how they managed to get around my control system, and I was happy to testify against them.
Michael Martin was the CFO at HealthSouth during the time of the fraud. Martin explained in this interview how he was involved in the fraud and how he had asked UBS for help hiding it. Benjamin Lorello and William McGann worked together as analysts for HealthSouth, and so there are suspicions that they were aware of the fraud going on. However, they were never charged with any wrongdoing.
I was the CFO at HealthSouth, and me and McGann, who was the UBS analyst at the time, working for HealthSouth, were traveling to Scrushy's house, and during our journey, I indeed told him about the fraudulent scheme that was being carried out at HealthSouth. So yes, McGann was aware of the fraud. When Scrushy told me how he intended to acquire the new acquisition, I knew that it would expose everyone involved in the fraud, so I therefore dissuaded Scrushy from the new acquisition, and with our banker's help, I was able to hide the fraud.
James Lampron was the EY partner who worked for HealthSouth at the time. It was the job of him and his team to uncover any fraud cases that were going on when they carried out their audit. However, EY believed the company produced their financial data in a reliable way, and so did not carry out as many tests as they would have done if they believed there were high risks of fraud. This led to them failing to pick up on what was going on in the company.
I was the audit manager during the HealthSouth investigation, and EY was not to blame to blame for the fraud, because we as a firm, we carried out all the standard procedures as we auditing HealthSouth as we would with any other client. The main reason why the fraud was not uncovered by EY was because the management themselves and the CEO Richard Scrushy was involved and was a part of the fraud itself. Also, according to allegations that EY knew about the ongoing fraud during the years it was going on. But yeah, we did look into these allegations, but we didn't find anything significant that needed to be looked into further.
We also interviewed a representative from the SEC who worked on the investigation into HealthSouth. He gave the SEC's opinion on who was responsible for the fraud.
Investigation into HealthSouth, it became clear that a fraud of this scale, magnitude, had to have had at least a team of people to have hidden it for so long and so efficiently. And although Richard Scrushy has denied any knowledge of the fraud and was acquitted of all charges, with his controlling, intimidating nature, he had to have had knowledge of the fraud, if not been at the heart of it himself. This fraud should have been discovered a lot sooner if it wasn't for the mismanagement of the accounts by the auditor, EY. They ignored multiple red flags that were raised to them and should be held accountable in some way.